Hello. How are y'all doing? Hi, Sandy. Hi, Kathy. I am cleaning cullet. These pieces are a little dusty still. Fresh picked from the pile. How are we doing tonight? I have, we are on, let's see, day 9. Yes, day 9. Hi, Denise. Good to see you tonight. I think the rest of them I'm just gonna wipe quick before we go up. So, put these to the side. Okay, there we go. Hi, Mary. Welcome. See, did I miss anybody? Oh, see, I thought I was on all messages. Nope, still on top chat. Here we go. All right. Cindy B, how are you tonight? Melinda, welcome. Good to see you. Let's see. We are on day 9, 12 days of Christmas. We're in the final stretch. And tonight we have Fenton Collet. I will probably. Hi, Sherry. Kristen, there she is. No, you're fine. I just was like, hi to everybody. I just was using a wet towel, so now my hands feel like. Let's see, put some lotion on. Here we go. Hoard? How are these from last year's hoard? No, actually, Stephen and I were just talking about that. What I'm bringing you first is from fresh picked from this last July when we were in Ohio and West Virginia for the FAGCA and the NFGS conventions. Stephen and I and Gail and Roberta and Caden and then 2 other guys, Jeremy? No. Oh, you're gonna kill me for forgetting their names. Oh my goodness. We all went to the Cullet place together this year. Hi, Carrie Ann. Welcome. Good to see you tonight. And hi, Miss Pam. And there's videos out there of us going and searching through the cullet piles. It's like almost like going to the rock yard or the landscaping materials place. Did I get enough sleep? I slept in a little bit. That was kind of nice. I chilled out, did a few errands, had some dinner, and here we are again. So, I don't think there's ever enough sleep at this time of year, quite honestly. So, but yeah, I would say we should look back at the videos. Steve and myself probably each have a video on it. And it is the Cullet Yard in it's in Ohio. So we were there in end of July, early August. So somewhere in the next month after that, I'm thinking is when my videos went up. So yeah, it's fun. It's like addicting. There's place. So there's a pile of there's piles of each color of glass at this place, and you can just go through it. But I mean, you almost need like gloves or like a shovel to go through it, but you're just moving glass around and looking at all the pretty colors. It's like picking out colors for fish tank rocks. It's just really fun. The other gals that I was with, I know she picked up a bunch to put in her rock garden. In her garden, she has one little garden bed right by her front door, and she is slowly filling that up with cullet. Recycled, broken, or waste glass using glass making. There it is. That's exactly what it is. And yes, Kathy, she did. And it was so cute. It's a really cute little wreath. So, where are we at? Let's see. So we know what we're doing tonight. Hi, I'm Becky, the Vintagevikingtreasures. We are keeping open boxes tonight through the 12 days of Christmas. I have, except for last night, caught up on making drafts and or sending out some invoices. So as we go, some of those will go out. And after we are done with all the 12 days, then I will get you a shipping invoice at the end, so I know what weight and size we need for shipping, and those will go out after Christmas sometime, and we'll go from there. What temp does it melt at? I would have to Google it at this point in my life. I'm thinking that it's something crazy like 400, 600 degrees, something like that. I don't know, because it's they put it in an annealing oven, which slowly cools down the temperature so that it doesn't crack. Right, Miss Pam? So it's blurry there. Let's see. I did put it on to the Wi-Fi here. Just checking and making sure. Let me see. I had my hand up there, so maybe it wasn't focusing on me. Maybe it was focusing on my hands for a little bit. Does that help? Is that a little bit more clear? I did get my warning yesterday that I hit my 50 megawatts of power Wi-Fi. So everything will be a little bit slower. So that's why I'm now on the Wi-Fi on the house versus the cellular through the phone. So, oh, good. Are you off? Oh, are off by. I need a Kathy interpreter. We got right. She got hit by autocorrect. So, it's Tuesday night. It's my normal Tuesday night. Feels a little bit more normal and average to be here on a Tuesday. I have 2 small trays of colors. I have some different combinations. I have a lot of one color because that's what I really picked up this last time. I'm off by 1,000. Oh, I'm off by 1,000 degrees. See, I was guessing. Maybe that's like where it cools down to or something. I know I heard something. I watch a lot of videos with people making art glass. So then they're throwing out all these numbers, and it depends on what kind of glass they're using or what temperature their excuse me, their annealer needs to be at and all that stuff. So numbers just fly around in my head. It was a guess. Like I said, I needed to Google it. Good job, Kathy. So is it 14,000, 1,400 degrees? Sounds so high. Oh, if you want to see how Fenton's ovens, glass, what do they call them? I guess it's just the glass where they have the glass where they're picking it up and keeping it warm in. Wow, all the words are hard tonight. 30 Jobs with Mike Rowe. He did an episode there. If you Google Dirty Jobs, Mike Rowe, Fenton. Oh, there we go. He has an episode that he was there and working, and they redo an oven, and he's in the decorating department. So he kind of goes from one end to the other of boy, the flare, the focus. Hello. Tonight, here, let me wipe this off. See if that'll help. Where is it? Right there. Maybe got a smudge on there tonight. Yeah, I love Mike Rowe. He's got a great sense of humor. It's a really fun little video. It's got a lot of interesting facts in it. The gal is in it that is painting on glass with him. That is one of the ladies that I became friends with this year at convention. Super sweet gal. She's still painting for Fenton at their gift shop. So yeah, kind of some fun facts. So yeah, and then they did a paperweight when he was there in the shape of a t-shirt, and they called it the micro t-shirt. So that's kind of fun. Hi, Mary Beth, welcome. It still seems weird blurry. Is it my eyes? I don't think it's that camera. I think it's just me at this point when I'm focusing. So Miss Kristen is our mod tonight in the chat. Thank you so much. And it's still blurry. Okay, doing it again. Coming in. Try it one more time. And then we're going to focus here. Bring it out. And then I'm going to look at this. Yeah, I know that what's going to happen is that since I have to be on Wi-Fi, so we're just going to have, is that any better? Is that focusing any better? My eyes don't like anything tonight. I can see here better. Huh, that is strange. Well, the good news is, hopefully, that something like this, when we pull this up, that'll focus right there, right? Oh, I know what some of it is. Some of it is that my battery was low. See, that's the kind of colors that I got this time around that I love. I know Mom likes these colors too. At least something like that is focusing pretty good for us, right? Right up there next to the camera. Try and keep my hands down so it doesn't keep trying to focus on my fingers. So let's see. 12 Days of Christmas, open boxes, invoicing. I'm in Colorado Springs. I have 3 days after tonight, so Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We have some weights to finish, and I realized that I totally skipped one of the seascape nautical themed weights the other night, besides what we have left from the nursery rhymes. And I have pins and I have my collet earrings. I think those are the last 3 nights that we have. So what I do with the collet is I'll keep using this piece as an example. I will give you a basic size so you know about how big it is. And I'm going to weigh each piece, and then I will give you a start price on them. So for this one, it is, see, I'm gonna tell you what the weight is. It is 1 ounce, and I would start this one at $1. So that's the kind of example of what these will start at. They look like pieces of rock in lots of cases, so you can see kind of the lines through it, and then, but the obviously, it reminds me a lot of obsidian because that kind of breaks and fractures similarly to the glass one. You're right, it kind of does. So, and then we will offer it up for, if only one person claims it, we'll call it for them. And if there's offers from that, I think it's working pretty well as long as you've been here earlier in the week. Otherwise, I think you should be able to catch on pretty quickly and see. Hi, Mitch. Good to see you tonight. How it'll go. So I have several as in, I picked a lot of this one. Can we see this? I picked a lot of that colorway this time. Now, I do have some other things that'll come up, other color-wise, but the majority of what I'm looking at is in the oranges and the yellow combination, the orange to yellow and red combination. I do also have this tray, which has a bunch of different choices in it, along with some marbles. So I'll try and do like a, for these, there'll be like a combination of like 3 or 4 of them to start up when we do an offer. So let's see. And then I have some other pieces down here. So yes, I do have other colors. That's what I was trying to get to see where we're at. Hi, Mom. There you go. There's the scientific word for it. She's got it. So we might as well start with a couple pieces of the yellow, orange, red. And are you ready, Miss Kristen? Shall we head in and just start it right up? I need to move my ruler. Come on out, ruler. so I can give you some sizes. It'll be helpful to start on the easy end instead of the 18-inch end. All right. So this little one that I've been using as an example is about 2 1/4 inch by 1 1/2. And it is about a 1/2 inch thick at its thickest point. And this one would start at $1. So, and as we've already seen, we'll just dub this one Africa because of its shape. If you can see through this one little stripe right here where it looks dark, that is a transparent stripe. And the color is going all the way, or the light is coming all the way through that one. Now, I've always thought that it would be really fun to maybe take some of these and wrap them in wire, but the problem is you'd have to knock down all the corners and the sharp things and stuff like that, and that's not something I know how to do as of yet, and or tumble them because they would be really pretty. Even it would come out like kind of like sea glass, satinized, but I love the shininess of the glass and how it breaks. So, all right, I see Mary on this one. And we're going to go here, and not to forget, we are also writing down everybody's name for the giveaways tonight. Hey, Stephen! See you popping in there. 1 second. Thank you, Mary. All right. Look who I found.
I've been patiently waiting
Can you hear us?
I've been patiently waiting for 15 minutes for you to notice me.
Sorry. I was talking and trying to make sure we were focused, and that was distracting me. So, oh, that's interesting. So we're talking about all the cullet. She's saying that they could be tumbled without them making look like sea glass, where they could still be shiny maybe. That would be cool too. So, hi, Geneva. Welcome. So, yeah, I invited Stephen to come on and say hi quick. You do look like you had a little cold there, sir.
Girl, I look like I'm dying, but it's okay. It's because I literally woke up from a power nap like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. It's okay. Can you recognize where I'm live from?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's that guest room.
Spare room.
So, yeah, I was telling them about these are the pieces of cullet that we picked up this summer. Oh, with a finer grit. Yeah. So, I know, Kristen, wouldn't it be nice to just be able to nap and be able to wake up again and be able to sleep again at night?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So, if you have anything to add, I'm going to switch. I'm going to put you small if you don't mind. But then you can still talk and everything. What do I have for more? Oh, I see what happened. You chatted. You tried to tell me too, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Sorry.
It's okay. I didn't know how that worked. It was like, oh, I can chat with just whoever, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that
Well, I don't. This is a $2 start. It is almost 2 ounces.
No,
It goes. It's all from the Collet Yard.
is
Goes
that
from the.
is that their pumpkin slag? Mosser's pumpkin slag?
I have no idea. Quite honestly,
That
it
looks
has a
like
little.
Fenton wasn't doing anything with that, and you remember we found a ton of Mosser slag.
Oh, you're right. So I mean, it is all mixed together, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just thought it was a great colorway. So, and this is. It also has a little bit of opalescence in it too.
I don't know. That's just what it looks like to me. Is Mosser's pumpkin slag?
Well, so therein lies the problem eventually with calling this everything, because we just call it the Fenton Collet Yard. Is there's other pieces of glass that are coming there, and you can't necessarily, unless you know where it came from, you don't know whose is whose anymore, because they're not producing anymore with Fenton, basically.
I mean, and that Blinko didn't do slag glass, so they didn't get it from Blinko.
Right.
So process of elimination.
Right. I think you're correct. I think you are correct on that. So I'll have to correct what I've been saying. Yeah, I have a weird connection because I have to be on Wi-Fi, so mine's gonna. So this is that's a good guess then. Pumpkin and cantaloupe colored.
Yeah.
Hi Zeus, welcome.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? What do you think of these? Because there was a whole bunch of like art glass that was there when we were there too.
I don't have a clue.
It's almost like that dribbled out. So I have 4 pieces of this. The question would be if someone would like all of it, or if you want them offered one at a time. So I can do either way. It's almost it's it's like a really bright orange, but it's almost on the amber.
I was about to say,
Mom thinks that might be. Well, that looks like what you got cut off too.
your mom's saying Blinko.
But do they have that at that yard?
Yeah, they get Blinko color too. Yeah, they get it from
I
every.
didn't know that. I mean, I suppose that's an option then. But I picked these up because of the shape.
I'm pretty
So
sure Blinko color because that looks like that pawpaw color.
it's
Kristen,
kind of like pawpaw, but it's not like clear enough for that.
what color that is?
Right. And it's got a couple of them have quite a bit of like say some
Bubble.
scratches from rolling around and stuff in the pile.
Mm-hmm.
So all
I don't
right.
get $1 million chickens, do you?
What about chickens?
The $1 million chicken. Remember we spent.
Oh, all I have is part of one.
Oh, you only have a part of the million
Yeah.
dollar.
I mean, you're
Look.
right. It would be kind of cool for an aquarium, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So this one is 2 ounces, so it would start at $2. And it's kind of the longest section of it is about 4.5 inches. Now it is, it does have a broken end right there. And then this is where it came off of whatever it was attached to. It has a little bubble in it. Oops, right there.
I know this isn't possible, but it kind of looks like the long tail off of a long-tailed Viking bird.
I know. I think so too. But I'm thinking that this is like a dribbling off when they like pull it out and something drips off before they carry it over wherever. It kind of looks to me like a drip, like dripped over like the edge of a bucket or a tub or whatever. So,
It's a
but I
neat
mean,
one.
it's all for decorative purposes, just to be fun. Put it in plants, put it in your garden, put it in your aquarium. Love glass, have a great time with it, decorate with it. That's basically what I like about it because it's a gorgeous color. All right, Miss Melinda.
Buy 2 of them and attach them to a hat, and then you're.
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose. All right. Oh, I have different sticky notes and they are sticking to the desk. Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose we can go that way. Did you just want this one, Miss Melinda, or did you want any of the other pieces as well that coordinate with it? So we're going to go with, well, that looks like a parentheses. And I'm having trouble hearing you. It kind of like cuts out right when you're talking.
Just the important parts, I'm sure.
Okay. This one looks like an elephant almost with his
Man.
trunk up. And then this one has a whole curve, like an S curve to it. So.
It's not too. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah.
I
Just
can't.
that one. All right. Thank you, Miss Melinda.
I cannot wait.
Okay. Whoop. You want the elephant too? Okay. That one too. This one was the first one, the elephant, and this is the last one that has a S curve. So how has it been down there in Alabama? How's the shop doing for all your busy
We're
season?
doing pretty good. I've been helping Daddy the past couple of days, trying to make people be warm before we head to the mountains next week for
Oh,
almost families from up there. So we're going to have a little Christmas get together with all them. So
nice. Melinda, I have you down for 3 and not this one, just to
I
make sure.
do her buy 3, get 1 free. That way she gets.
I mean, she could have the whole collection. It wouldn't be a bad thing. But I just want to make sure what I'm how I'm interpreting it. If not, if I'm reading it wrong, you let me know. All right. So this is what I have of what Stephen was calling the chicken.
$1 million chicken. You just got the tail.
I just got part of the tail. So hi Johnny, welcome.
I wish I don't have mine here. I'd show everybody the pieces that I've got of it, but
Okay. Yes, we have glass cullet this evening. Some of it is Fenton, some of it is other companies. So I'm going to offer this one first as the last one of this curly Q. This will be a $1 start in the yellowy orange color. And it is approximately 4 inches long. So,
and you
um,
it on your desk to make people ask you, "What is this?" And then you get to make up the biggest
right?
lie.
You get to make up the story, and each time it can be different. So, but isn't it? I mean, it's like a kid in a candy. It's like going to the penny candy store when you
Oh
go to
my,
the Collet Yard.
it's stupid how much time we spend there, really and
Mhm.
truly. Oh my gosh. I mean, how long did we dig for $1 million chickens?
I mean, I don't know because until we were all like, oh, it's way too hot to keep doing this anymore.
Yeah. It's definitely a winter sport.
It would be much easier. I got you, Kristen. Thank you. I mean, it was fine until the sun started hitting us.
It was
And then
fine.
when you're in that direct sunlight, you just like turned into
Yep.
a sweaty mess.
Mhm.
So, all right. So we'll talk about this one super fast. This is what, periwinkle?
It is.
And this what was attached to this. I mean, it was a big bird, right?
So what we keep referring to the $1 million chicken. So what it is it is the Fostoria Chanticleer mold. When uh Fenton bought their mold from Fostoria when Fostoria went out of business,
$5 start.
Fostoria made it in crystal and black. They're both very hard to find. Um, Fenton decided to try to make it in periwinkle. Well,
Mhm.
the way the mold is made, it was doomed to fail because you have to have, and I think Eric's the one that's explained this to me, you have to have the majority of your glass has to be in the first quarter of the bottom. So like all the
Mhm.
majority of the glass needs to be in the bottom half of the mold. Well, the way the Chanticleer mold was made, it all the glass was top on top of it, so it was top heavy. So they had a ton of problems producing it. So there's literally less than like 20 or 25 in existence that was perfect. You see these little guys. Uh that didn't lean was the biggest thing. Most of them leaned. Now there's a lot of seconds that got out that were leaning. And if you look this up on eBay, you can find them, but they're $1,000 a lick. I've never seen a chicken less than that. And so we were digging through the cullet yard and we found bits and pieces, heads, tails, bodies of decapitated chickens. Did I just completely lose?
You're still there. I'm still here. You're
Uh,
good. I still see you.
okay. But yeah, that's what this. That's
Oh
what.
goodness. How about now?
Well, you froze up and then you unfroze, so that was good.
Okay. I just checked the Wi-Fi to make sure we're still there. And I see Miss Paula, so we can count, I mean, excuse me, Pamela, we can count it down for her. So yeah, so you're saying that if you look it up, you can see a lot of them that are leaning. And that what means is that that weight of the top of the piece starts moving as the glass is still cooling and it ends up at a list.
Lumps,
And right.
which is
So
also Mosser can't produce the Fenton foal, or the uh, head slumps into his chest, and they can't keep his head slumping in. And I'm like, you people have no imagination. Run the friggin' horse and paint it like it's sleeping. How cute would that be? It's
right.
hard to get people to have an imagination that has never had one.
All right, next up, this is mostly orange. It has a couple of the stripes of the transparent, which looks dark. This will be a $5 start. It's 5 ounces.
I guarantee you that's Monsters Pumpkin Slag. It's identical.
Okay. I mean, and that's what I have is a whole bunch of different variations of that. I mean, I have a lot of it. That's what I really liked and picked up this last time. So,
That looks like Fenton's man. Now, what you've got in your hand and that other piece was
yeah.
pumpkin slag through and through. I'd have give anything if they'd have run alley cats in that while they were doing it.
Oh, that would have been really pretty.
Well, see, the FAGCA did the happy cat and the happy kitty in it.
It's about 2.5 by 1.5, and it's about a 1 inch thick.
It's a
Yeah.
shame we can't talk John Fenton into buying a bunch of it and making pumpkins.
Oh, I would think that that would go great with this stuff. Hi,
Oh
Patty
yeah,
Rose. Welcome.
I can't. I have to keep flip flopping between.
Well, I mean, it must be a little bit just between the two connections between us. So,
Oh well, no, I keep it pops up. Hey, you got a chat. Hey, you got a chat. But
oh, is that what
I,
this is here? Let me
I can't
turn
look.
off that and there, no more chat. How's that?
No, I don't mind that. Like I was trying to see what everybody was saying. That's what I was trying to do, but
Oh, okay, I see.
it don't show me on the sidebar over here when I join you.
All right. Next up, I have a larger piece of the blue. It looks like cobalt to some of the periwinkle. This will be a $10 start. This is about 3 inches. Let's see. It's about 3 by 2.5 by 2. So this looks like some periwinkle, but we're down into some cobalt. It has a little bit of red, stuck on this end.
Man, let the rain wash that.
I know. I tried to do a little quick wipe
Really,
off of it. You can see right here, like where it's thinner, the light coming through that
that's
little
gonna be.
tip. Yeah, actually, that's the best time to go to the cullet yard is after it's rained because you can see
I've
so
actually
all
never
the
been.
colors.
Want to go so bad.
I know, it's fun. Just like playing in the sandbox. So things are falling off of this one. It's got a lot of swirls in it. So this is the same, like this section right here is like this periwinkle kind of color that was from this one. I see Cindy at 10. That's about how big that is.
Such precise measurements.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all about the perception. I mean, look, it's as big as my head. No, it's just this big.
Kristen said Sendai.
That's
Sendai.
fancy name. All right, I got you, Cindy. Thank you. Let's see. Make sure we have everybody on here. Well, what have you been doing with your cullet?
Girl, I ain't done a form farting thing with it.
Have you
I
gotten
keep
it out? And I told him about what what Gail likes to do, and Mom, of course.
well, that's what I do. Too, but
Have you done anything with some of yours?
I hadn't done nothing. But Gail's got a glass garden,
What?
y'all. Got a flower pot section out in front of her house. She just she plants all
Mm-hmm.
her chipped up Fenton critters, and I mean, y'all, we
Yeah, it's like a little flower bed just on the front of her house. It's like what, 5, 6 feet long and just about 6 inches across.
covered in cullet, and but she's also like, so they get a ton of critters on the font. But one will be missing an ear, one will be missing a foot, one will be missing its tail, whatever. And so she just puts them all out there, and it's just so pretty when the sun hits it. One of my favorite things at Gail's house though is she's got all the Rabina Verde in her
You can tell
window.
it's going to be ornery here tonight. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but I mean, it's fun and I mean, if you love glass, right, covered in cullet, that would be a great business name. So this one has more ruby and it has the stripes of the orange or pumpkin through it. It is about 2 inches by, this is about 2 1/4. This is about 2, and this is about a 1 inch. That'd be a great business name. Somebody needs to make a YouTube channel like that.
You know, uh, that would be really pretty if it was smaller as a pendant.
Right. That's what why I picked up some smaller pieces too, because I thought that they'd be fun to try and mess with jewelry. But
Yeah,
the sharp edges kind of I'd have to really figure out a way to knock those back a little bit, because I don't know about you, but every time I leave there I end up with some micro cuts or one good cut because I've reached in and moved something and didn't realize what we were at, and totally caught myself on it. Is all broken glass, I mean. So all
Chris,
right, so here's what Steven is talking about.
Kristen said she needed a starting price. You never gave one.
Oh, I said it was two. I mean, I held up my fingers. Sorry, it was $2 start.
Big three, my lord.
I was trying to give you sign language because every time I talk, it seems to cut off Steven and then it goes blurry. So I was trying not to talk at the same time. So yes, this one, the stripy one, is a $2 start. Well, Kathy, there is, Steven, did you take gloves with you to the
Uh,
cullet yard?
no, but now Zach, somebody did. I don't remember
Zach,
who else.
Zach and
Justin.
Justin. Oh my gosh, I couldn't get their names out earlier if we went.
Yeah, they went with us. Gail was there. Your mama. What did your mom go
Not
this?
mom this time. It was Roberta was with us.
Oh, right, Roberta. Hey,
Hmm.
look, you guys. Jeremy calls these rescues.
Oh, yep. So here's what I'm going to show you. This is 15 ounces. So, I mean, same as everything else, I'm going to start them at $15. So this is the Fenton Lab. And here is where he has broken off the font, which is the chunk of glass that they have at the bottom. And then something, somewhere, somehow they decided he wasn't going to be finished. I don't know
His
where.
ear.
Is it his ear?
Is
I'm
it
gonna
bruised?
let me see if that's just dirt. I don't know. There's a chunk of dirt on him, but yeah, I tried to get off the other dirt, but he's periwinkle. But
I
that's what
think
Steven's talking about. I mean, you can see there's a little bit of a chip here on his foot, also that came off from this font. And Gail just puts them right down in the dirt, and they look just like Fenton critters.
Kathy is my kind of people. She's dragging me.
Listen, don't encourage him, Kathy.
Oh man,
It
that's
could
so.
have been too. Some of this line across right here is really thick from the mold. I don't know, but
Well,
yep.
see, they could have that down if they'd have just done it.
I know they would have just ground that flat so he would have sat level. But I mean, they
Oh,
had some pretty high quality stuff because there's a lot of stuff that we've picked up that we're like, what's wrong with this? I mean, other than, oh, things broke off when it's rolled around in the barrel.
right. Well, like there'd be a chip on the ear, or there would
Right.
be whatever. But y'all, I'm gonna tell you my favorite thing I got from the Cullet Yard, and I can't wait to debut it someday on a display table. But I got to get a lot more glass to go with the theme. I got huge,
Mm-hmm.
huge chunks of milk glass,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna use them as icebergs on my display table, and I'm gonna put polar bears and penguins on it.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. You should put some snowmans on there too.
Oh, ooh, yes! I'll just have a whole winter scene.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun. We were like, oh, look at this big white one. Steven, how about this one? Oh, and a Titanic. Do they have a no? Oh, you need the Viking ship.
That would be hysterical. I've got the Viking ship.
Which you have the one in the Amethyst Carnival one?
Yeah. Why is there another one? I
Yes.
mean, well, yeah,
What
but who's
I don't know what the first color was. So we're counting down for
oh,
Melinda.
it was crystal,
See, the
wasn't it?
crystal one would be better. Yeah.
Because it's old. That's
Mm-hmm. I've
yeah.
never seen one in person. I haven't even seen a picture of one, quite frankly.
I've
Thank you,
seen a.
Melinda. Thank you, Miss Pam.
I'm pretty sure it was crystal satin, but I don't remember.
That would be amazing. All right, so this is the other one. As long as we're doing them, I have two of these critters for you guys.
Oh my
So,
gosh! Imagine finding a half of a Viking ship in the Cullet Yard, so it looks like it's sinking.
right? I mean, I'd rather have a whole one. This is start at 15. Also, it's 15 ounces. This is that pink rose kind of transparent color.
Dusty Rose.
Dusty rose. Thank you. Stylized cat. Yeah. An amber. What Amber Cohen does with old glass? No. Who is that? And what does she do? I'm going to write this name down. I mean, so on the flip side of all of this, when things break at our shows or we have things that are chipped that we get in big groups or stuff, I have an entire stash of broken glass downstairs. So it's not the same as the, it's pieces that we've broken basically. Um, and I'm kind of waiting to figure out what to make with it. Now, see, he's got his ears and his nose. Hi, Georgia.
So what's
But he's
wrong with?
missing a chunk right here out of his front paws. And so there's not as much of the font left right there.
But if
So,
you had somebody with a whetstone, they could grind that down level.
well, I'm working on a plan. I have to formulate it before I can let it, gotta have a poker plan here for a little bit. So I've always hoped that Kari would be interested in maybe making some jewelry for me out of it. But she's very much more interested in creating her own designs. And as an artist, I totally understand that versus bringing other people's designs to life. So yes, I'm thinking about seeing if, like, John Walk. Do you remember that green and cranberry swirled hat that he had? Do you remember? Did you ever see that, Stephen? Will
You're
it
just
stand on its own?
you're just talking
Um,
about the
yes, yes, it does. Now
ruby.
it's not. It's going to scratch something, but it
You're
does
talking
stand on its own.
overlay hat that glows.
No, it was the one that looked like cranberry and
The
it
overlay.
leans a little bit more to the back, Pamela. It leans a little bit more to this side,
But
but it
look,
does
if
stand up.
if you get you some of that stuff teachers use to put stuff on
Mm-hmm.
boards
Yep.
and fill in that back butt problem, You can level him out.
Yeah, that poster putty for like
Yeah,
hanging stuff on the walls.
right.
So yeah. No, but okay, so he had that green and cranberry striped hat, and it was something about, it wasn't striped, it was swirled. And then when he was at the show here in Colorado, he flipped up the table skirt to do something, and when he flipped it back down, it grabbed that hat and shattered it all over the floor.
Yep.
And he was so upset with himself. And I went over there and I said, put all the pieces in a bag or in a box, and I'm going to take them. And he was like, oh, okay. So then, like an hour later, he's like, well, if you ever make anything out of it, maybe make me something else. So I was going to see if I could make him a piece with a bow, like a bolo tie with that in it. And bless you.
I'm
So,
fine. That all of a sudden my cough has gone from wet to dry, and I'm like, oh god.
all right.
I'm
Well, I'm going to put that cat to the side.
I'm sick.
Well, I'm glad you're in Alabama and I can't catch it from here. Just saying.
Sinus infection. I've had it 2 friggin' months. And it will not go away.
Well, the other thing I've seen with broken glass is like they have those lamp bases that are just clear or like a cylinder, and you can
Yeah.
put things in them. I've seen people fill those up with broken glass or marbles or, anything like that that you collect.
Oh yeah.
So,
Weber me getting some kilns from the for the house so he can fuse glass at the house.
yep. All right, I'm gonna offer a couple of these up with just $1 starts. This is that yellow to orange again, and it's got a big burst. It's got a bubble right in the middle of the bubble right there. They're about 2" by 1" pieces.
Somebody just scooped enough out to make a marble. That is.
Right? That's what it looks like. A nice sized bubble though.
That's
So
exactly as though. That looks like candy corn.
yep, that it does. So
It's too bad we don't have a
Mhm.
way to well, I guess if you tumbled it, it
Well, I
would
mean there is that if you use like a finer grit, but you mean I don't want to go buy a tumbler.
no. Well, I'll
So
start watching one at a yard sale.
right? 2 by 2 by 1. This was also,
Or
well, that's a $2 start. Oh, Mary's back here. All right, Mary. I mean, like I said, I have more than enough ideas and projects, and never enough time, basically.
never enough time to execute.
Yep, pretty much.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna go over here to this one. This is a $3 start. You must see. Did you find any like this? It's like white with some aqua or teal kind of
That
stripe
looks like
running through it. It's about 2 by 2 by 1.
straight up like
And
oh,
let's see,
see, that's just Tranium Glass.
yeah, I
Yes,
mean,
some of my big icebergs that I got did that.
there it is.
Yes, some of my big icebergs did because I didn't know it until Justin pointed it out, and then I was like, "Well, crap."
Well, you could put a few like black light tea lights in there.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, Mom still has more color. Imagine that. But yeah, I mean, it looks almost like layers. Like they show you the layers of like on the mountain, like after an avalanche or something. Like what is melted more and what's not as packed in. Hi,
Oh yeah.
Joyce.
So those are the core levels when they're
Mm-hmm.
for gold and they're 40 million layers down, and here's where
Yep.
the oil is.
I see Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. Wow. That would be interesting. I mean, the only tumbler I've ever had has been like the kids one, like the kid size. I mean, and basically those are useless for anything, anything
Big.
major. All right, we're gonna do these 3 together. So this will be a $3 start. These are pieces of the same, the same dish. Guess what this was? I think this was a heart-shaped nappy with a
Yeah,
lilac crest, and I'm guessing because see how faint that is on that side. I'm guessing that's why it didn't
yep.
get
That's
past
exactly.
some quality. But this curl. Oh, there's Jeff. This
All right.
curled handle is all intact.
When I saw it, I almost thought that it may have been. Oh crap! May have been one of Dave Fetty's elephants, but it's
Oh
not.
no, it's pretty. It's a
It's just,
lilac
yeah.
crest, and let's see. Can you see? I'm gonna get closer. Aw, can you see that?
Oh yeah.
Lights up
Yeah.
green. Oh, there. That one's really good. I can feel the heat. That is the weirdest thing of
Oh,
that black light.
now, oh, from the black light, I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
through the glass. So these would be fun to put the broken edge down, and then you have a little like a little ribbon candy kind of look from the crimp. And they're both a little bit different. One's a little bit darker than the other. And then the one little handle that was left. Right? We can have a craft night up at Kristen's. Jason needs to make us a craft room, and we'll all come bring everything, and we'll create something. All right. I'm gonna put this one over to the side. Well, this one was part of a base for a fairy light, I think.
yep.
And that, what did they call this one? Just their orange or amber? It's not amber. It's
That's
definitely orange. Here's
Amber.
the logo right there on the bottom.
That's Amber over Carnival, isn't it?
No, it's just it's transparent orange. It reminds me of colonial orange, but it shouldn't have been. It says Fenton USA on the bottom. That's a $2 start. We're gonna have to figure out a place to craft at. I'm just saying. There's the things,
Not dark.
the knobs there where the
It's not
shade would
dark.
have sat on.
Oh yeah, that is what that is. Is that not orange slice?
Oh, that might be. That might be. Yeah,
I
that
mean,
makes sense.
color that it don't look right for orange slice, but
Well, that may be the other reason why it got in the pile, because it's not exactly right.
no, the orange slice that I've had at my shop, it was Tennessee orange.
Oh, that's an interesting thought to try and take out that piece right there and put it in a pendant where it says
Oh,
Fenton.
idea! I love that.
Yeah, see?
That is a great idea. Look at you, Laura.
I know, all the great ideas. This was yep, she got it in there, $2 start. It's
Quick,
more of an orange than an amber, but since there's different, where the light is, and different sections are thicker and thinner, and some of it looks more yellow than, and okay, does,
yes, it will
does
react.
orange slice glow?
Yes,
Okay, there you go.
cadmium. That's how you get orange. I reckon, or ruby, or whatever,
Right.
ruby, orange, and orange slice all react.
Oh, oh, see? I have another one of those handles. I have a second one. In case somebody wants one, uh, one crimp and a handle each.
put uh put one of those handles on over an alley cat's eye and give it a monocle.
There you go. All right, this will be a $2 start. I have no idea what we got here. I got some bluish purple and some pink.
That's gotta be blue Burmese.
You think? And then it's separated out like that?
Mm. Oh, nope, not blue Burmese. Blue Burmese won't glow.
So I think this might have been one of those conglomeration, like maybe what was in the bottom of a pot or something.
Yep, they do
And
that.
something else melted on top of it. But it's got some really pretty color striping to it. And I would say we are at 1.5 by 1.5 by 1, pretty much. It's a smaller size. So I wouldn't want to make, I mean, I don't know what else. Jewelry would be really fun to do something with some of these. But like this would be like the size I would think of like for I don't know, a keychain, but that's a lot for a keychain. Maybe an ornament.
I'm thinking bowl filler.
Yeah, that would be the other thing that would be really cool. I've thought about because Kari had some things in like those. Whoops, let's focus again. Those mini bottles, like the little itty bitty bottles that are like a pendant, and then you'd like how Eric crushes up the glass and you could fill it with different colors and or something that glow.
Yeah, they're doing
Mm-hmm.
that in the world. They're doing, and it's like 55 something dollars to blow an ornament, and they blow a regular ornament and then fill it full of pixie dust, and I'm like, oh, y'all are so.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
Hey, can I show off one of my favorite pieces of Fenton that I have?
Sure, you got it there.
Yeah, it's in my spare room.
Okay, let me pop you up here so they can see you better.
That's it.
What
Am
color
I?
is the base? Is that a teal crimp?
Yeah. Am I aiming right? I'm not looking.
Yep, I see it between the lamp and the other vase.
Yep. That's one of my favorite pieces. That was a QVC exclusive.
Is
It
that
took
like
me.
a pitcher in a bowl?
Yes, so it's the champagne pink with a teal crest iridized. You talk
Oh,
about to find. You either found one or the other. And you know what? They had one at Williamstown last time I was there, and it
yeah.
was like $20 because it had a chip or a crack in it. And I
Wow.
meant to got it. Made me sick. I'd give anything to find that vase without the handle on it.
$2 start. This is like clear with striations of ruby in it.
That's Amberina.
Well, they didn't, my understanding is they didn't make Amberina.
I know, bless their heart, they called it orange, didn't they?
Yeah, so I mean, so is this like, did the glass like start to separate? Like the chemicals and stuff? Or are we just seeing like where it's been swirled together and not totally mixed or something? I don't know. I mean, I think we're all trying to put like, so this is a $2 start, sorry. Um, like terms of what we're used to seeing for things onto the glass world. And I don't know if glass works that way because,
Yeah, I know the
uh,
answer to that.
yeah, so I don't know if this was clear with some ruby mixed together or if the glass was separating or what, but it's definitely got some red. There we
that
go. Right there, you can see the stripes of red in there.
that's for sure a John Fenton question.
And then those sections um, glow that yellowy color. Because we always talk about Amberina as um, like an Amberina rim, and we're saying like as that's how it's pushed out into the mold. And I don't know if it's because like all the coloring chemicals didn't make it all the way to that, or if it's thinner, or what the reasoning is with that.
So I would imagine it's the same thought process as to why when you push a piece of plum and it doesn't, all the chemicals don't go all the way to the foot, so you end up with a crystal foot.
Right, right. That's what I mean. I mean, is that so? That's the question: is what is that, and how does that happen? Thank you, Cindy.
Uh,
Yep, you did a walk around a
oh,
couple of weeks ago, a month ago or so.
it couldn't not be like baking, like some ingredients rise
Mm-hmm.
to the top
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, or at least it didn't happen consistently because you do find like that 7-inch compote with a purple foot too, but it's real hard to find.
Right.
But that's the one that it seems like the compotes were the ones that did that the most. Anything with a foot. So like the bud vase very rarely went to clear. Um the swung vases very rarely went to clear. It's just the things with feet.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Well, I mean, but they also did that at the top, like at the mouth of a vase. These will be a
right,
$2 start, Kristen.
but now also I think we just answered our own question because if they're blowing from the foot down into the mold, all the chemicals are going, gravity is pulling those chemicals
Okay.
down to the ground. So that's probably why we end up with a crystal foot.
Okay. And some of them are like swung out that way though too. So
Yes. Now, I'd love for somebody to get on here and be like, "You moron, this is how this happens."
that's what I'm saying is we're all we're all working on. Oh no, you're fine, Johnny. This is what's fun. We just have a whole bunch of conversation. Everybody has a good time in the chat. If I didn't want to talk, I wouldn't have invited Stephen on tonight.
Uh,
So his normal night is that fourth Tuesday of the month on my channel with me, and that happens to fall right after Christmas, and I am on break that week.
yeah.
So Miss Pamela, I see it too on this cute little guy.
Is that, hang on, put that back up there. What is that? Is
That's
that,
some milk glass and some blue glass. I don't know if that's some of the it might
that's
be
all,
some of the same as this lavender shrimp
well, that
stuff.
looks like cobalt blue. And if that's cobalt blue, that's almost heaven.
That's not cobalt.
It's not,
No,
sure looks it in the picture.
I don't think so. Yeah, bouncing ideas off each other, trying to figure stuff out. I mean, it's like using logic. That's what I'm saying is I don't think that the glass works the same between the coefficients of the glass because I know different colors melt differently because of different chemicals that are used to make the different colors. And then all those big melting temperatures that we talk about, I just don't know if it like works the same as the things that we're used to seeing in an everyday life.
I would
So
love, one of these days, I'm going to sit John Fenton down and make him
$2 start.
how, like, layered, like cased glass works, like for
Yeah.
Kelsey when she does like 4 and 5 layers of glass, and
Hmm.
how long it took them to figure out, okay, green works with blue, but it doesn't work with whatever. Because usually they had to do like they'd start with color and then put it in either crystal or milk glass, and then they'd add another color and then
Now
either
that one
crystal.
doesn't fluoresce as much. Right,
But
and that's what they always say is that certain colors only work with other colors.
right.
And then there's things that like spontaneously pop apart. I mean, years later.
Oh, law, yeah.
Hmm. So, but that's
Crazy.
got some of the transparent kind of stripes in there with the white. And yeah, like I said, some of it is just it's up for grabs. I mean, it's pretty and you can't even guess what it is necessarily all the time. Laura's out. All right, thank you, Laura. That actually would be some good questions for John.
We need to be writing these down.
Well, where's your question notebook? How
You
many questions
put,
are you supposed to come up with every day?
Well, but you know what though? He's not a chemist, so I don't know that he's going to know about the
Right.
bake the baking
But
portion because he works with frit mostly.
I would
But
think he'd have some basic knowledge of some of these glass, how it works things. Like he knows what can and can't go together
what
on
you'd be
some of those colors, because we've said, I know there were conversations that they're like, can you do this and this together? He's like, no, they won't work together.
right, yeah. So he has to know, like it's crazy because I've told him I'm like, oh, I've got a pile of milk
$2
glass.
start.
If you need some milk glass, and he's like, you don't understand. Fenton had 9 different formulas for milk glass. So every one of them had a different coefficiency.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it's just really hard to tell what's going to work and what won't. So, Eddie brought him all that broke topaz um to the glass show, and he was like
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try, but I don't know what's going to work together and what's not. And I said, well, what if you crush it up to frit and use it to make things glow that way? Then the coefficients doesn't matter so much.
Right.
So I hope he tries that. But oh, he sent me a picture the other day, Becky. They did.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, I said, I've been begging him to do icicle ornament in the
Oh,
shape of
oh,
icicle, and he uranium ones. He sent me a picture the other day.
right. You're cutting out again, but you said if you crush it up into frit and then try and do something with icicle.
Oh yeah, he made icicle ornaments,
Mm-hmm.
and he did them in
I
uranium.
got Melinda too on this guy. Icicles will be really great, actually.
Well, I told him I was so excited. He said, "Hey, look, your idea turned out good."
You never know. I mean, that's it. I'm constantly like, hey, Eric, can you do this? I've seen this. These are really great colors. He's like, oh, good idea. All
And then
right,
he,
I have another piece in the Dusty Rose. It's the ring holder. It was out of cullet pile. So, but it's got a little bitty chip right at the top of it, but it is smooth down. It's not sharp. This would be a $4 start. I mean, that's the only thing. I mean, that's where
unchipped. That's a $20.
there were a bunch of these.
Oh god, yeah.
I mean, it does have a little rough spot, like where the mold was right there. But I don't know. What is this? Is that diamond and
I don't
what is
know.
that design?
It ain't Diamond Daisy. I don't know what they call it.
No, it's not daisy and button, and it's not the fine cut either, is it? Is it fine cut and block?
Good night, Midge. Thanks for hanging with us while you could.
Good night, Midge.
Glad you had a good time at the wedding and whatnot.
Right. That's a really fun thing to do. So that's the
That's
other
right.
big piece.
Food is always a good thing, and wedding food is usually good.
Ooh, cool. That would be neat to get them on your tree. Here's the little Fenton logo right there on the bottom of it. I see Lois at 4.
I'm trying to convince him. He's like, I'm gonna do this color and I'm gonna do this color. I was like, why don't you just do crystal? Crystal
Mhm.
freaking. I told him, I said, if you'll sell them to me at the right price, I'll order a boatload of them and put it
Right.
and hang them at different heights and whatever in my window at Christmas.
This is a $1 start. Now, I think this is some sort of a custard or part of a Burmese, and it's got chunks of like a ruby in it.
That's
But
blood from where they got cut.
but this thing glows like crazy. And it's not much more than an inch by inch by inch, and it's a start at $1. Which is kind of a fun colorway. Oh,
That's neat.
there we go. Right? Wouldn't that be? Where else? What else could you use to? We were talking. Did you met Kim here in Colorado Springs at the Mid-Mod show? Anyway, she collects jars, and we're like, that would be really cool. Where she's been helping mod with me this week, and
Oh,
we're like, you could put a collection. She collects jars, little in one in and of itself, but then you could put collections of little things in each jar.
oh,
You know, like buttons, marbles, rocks, glass,
I
all
told
sorts
my
of fun stuff like that.
I've got all kinds of Lance jars and Tom's peanut jars and stuff.
Yeah,
And
thank you, Kristen.
I told Daddy one time, I said, I really need to start collecting something to put in my jars. He said, how
Mhm.
about that could be a thing you could put in your jar?
Yep.
Honey, what's that?
Well, I suppose. Oh my goodness. All right. What else do we got here? I have a lot of the. Here's another one of this one. This one is a $4 start. And it woo, blows it out. There we go. You can see like all the little glass dust on my fingers from sorting through these. And it is 2.5 by 2 by 2 kind of on its the biggest sections. And this one's gonna get me. Just a little pokey part. So it's like white with those green layers in here again.
If you got you one of those little bitty miniature penguins, he's got a little slide.
Right there. It'd be perfect. Thinking, do I have any penguins up here?
That'd be too cute.
I do have a penguin. I have a couple penguins up there. I put them over up there for January sales. Right? Those are fun too.
I love
It does
putting
look like an iceberg.
marbles in a gumball machine.
Oh yeah.
The coolest way to display marbles.
All right. Oh, here's a neat little one. Okay, so if there's anybody else who would like some chunks that are yellow orange, yellow red, and they're all about $1 to $2 a piece. If you're interested in some of that, I can just pick pieces out for you. That's right. She said that she thought you lost your marbles. We constantly tease that about when we're over at because we go to the marble factory near Kansas City too.
You can't lose what you never had.
Oh, Stephen. Not this time. I've offered all of this. Most of this one left is look at this little piece. Look at how thin that one is. That one's neat. That would
Wow.
be neat wrapped as jewelry. I'm just afraid that,
You know what would be really freaking cool is if you could find somebody that would nap you a arrowhead out of that.
well, they would definitely make it. I have a
That would,
pink piece, and then I have this one that starts at $1.
I almost got
That's
some because I thought, oh my gosh.
that's Daisy and Button iridized. That's that pale blue color.
Yep.
It was close to a heart. You're right. Guitar pick. I'd be afraid it would break.
Oh yeah, well, no, terrified.
And the other thing I have is I have marbles, and they're not really great colorways. I mean, if anybody wants I think there's like 4 colors. Let me even see. Like 4 for $1. And it would just be a random, let's see. Ooh, I have to show this. So this is the blue one I'm showing right now. I see Lois at 1. Put this back over here. So I can show this other thing and write Lois's name down. Thank you, Lois. And Lois is right there. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh, I'm missing somebody. I got Mary. I got Midge. I got Kristen. I got Melinda. I got Lois. I got Cindy. Oh, Miss Pam. That's who I need on my list.
What's your list for?
My giveaways. On my 12 days, I do 2 giveaways every night for anybody who's made purchases. All right,
Are you
this one,
new
I'm going
car?
to show the what?
Giving away brand new car? Are you
No,
Oprah now?
I just have little like favorite things. So there's like a pink, a clear, a green, and a blue. They're not all the same size. Some of them are a little bit, they've been rolling around the cullet yard.
Do they
But
glow?
uh
That blue looked like it had a
um
string
the
in it.
green one does. The greeny one does.
Ew. How many of those do you have?
Um not
Where's
enough.
Where's Glowy Girl when you need her tonight, boy?
I don't know. Not a lot. No, I don't really have. No. There's a few that are that way, but if anyone is interested in an assortment of marbles, they're all kind of, different sizes, different finishes. They're a little bit dusty currently. I just do a quick wipe down from the dust on them. Lois, what is that? What does that mean? Does that mean you want 12 marbles? Or what? And then I'm going to go back to this last colorway I found. 4 for $1. Yeah, there's some weird shaped ones, like this one right here. Obviously, that's why these came to the cullet yard. Wonky shapes.
That'd be nice if you could drill a hole straight through it and use them as beads.
Right, it almost looks like an egg, that one.
Yeah, teardrop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Miss Pam's asking you a question there, Stephen.
Oh, I'll jump over.
Okay, so Lois, do you want 12 marbles?
They just came in today. I haven't been to the shop yet, but they just came in today. I got some apple green carnival.
Nice. Okay, I'll get you a variety. So that equals $4 for marbles, Miss Lois.
Did you
I'll get you a
see?
nice variety. I just took handfuls out of the pile when I was there last time.
Did you see that? They made an apple green carnival alley cat.
Yes, I did. Ooh,
I'm trying to call everybody. I'm trying to call in all the favors. I gotta have one of those.
aren't some of them going to one of the clubs?
Mm,
Wrong club?
wrong club.
Okay. Cindy's gonna take 8 marbles. You got it. Ooh,
Crap!
goodness sakes, Stephen.
I need to get up and find me a cough drop. I bought a bunch sometime. I need to get me one to keep and then one to send to April whenever I get rich enough to be able to have her carve me something.
Oh, that'd be great.
I don't know what the devil I'd have her put on it for me, but I know it would be beautimous.
This is a like pink, but it's all fluorescing colors. And it's also got like a gray or black kind of stripe
Really?
in there. It's really thin, like a 1/4 inch here at the widest. I know, right? Bless you. Gazoon tanked. And then, see, I picked up a couple of these too, but I think this is maybe from the art glass stuff that was there.
Let me see.
Because it's like a rod.
Those are
It's
just
really, but
mm,
they're clear in the middle.
I don't know if that's sample rods or not then.
I think they're the rods from that. You remember that little pile that had the art glass in it?
No, but I didn't look at I was on a mission, I reckon.
Yep,
I don't
I
know.
saw Miss Cindy and her marbles. I saw her marbles. Thank you, Kristen. All right, does anybody else want any more oranges? There's lots of different choices of reds, oranges, yellows. Depending on what they are, they're $1 to $2. That's the majority of what I have left. The marbles are the majority of what I have left in this pan. And there's a few other pieces of like
I wonder if you go to melt that back down, if it would strike. I know it don't strike again, but if it would just go to all that. Eric's got somebody that sent him some bittersweet, broken bittersweet. He said it just all the orange, that it doesn't really do.
Oh.
It doesn't really do the white and everything else.
Well, that's my understanding is it's heat sensitive. The bittersweet is like the periwinkle, the chocolate, the Mongolian green.
You know, Ann and John bought a bunch of Lotus Mist,
Yeah.
and they melted it down, and it just went to that murky green color. That it did.
Oh.
They tried to make it strike, and it wouldn't.
All right, Miss Lois, let me pick you some yellow-orange bits. Find you a couple fun ones that are all a little bit different. How about these three? So this one goes from the yellows and oranges to that darker red-orange. This one's a little different shape. It's darker on one side to the other. And this one goes from the orange to the yellow.
Oh, that's pretty.
With a nice line through the middle.
And cool if we could find somebody that could nap those out.
So that's my concern then with some of this, is if this is heat sensitive as well, is if it would all go to one mark too. So
it would. It'd all go to that dark orange color, which I wouldn't be mad at that at all. But
right, I mean it's a pretty color, but I mean that's the whole. I mean that's what's part of the fun, is the different colors that kind of come out of it.
Exactly.
So, all right, I think that's where for tonight. Now tomorrow, well not tomorrow. Is it tomorrow night? I think so. So these are my earrings that came out of the cullet yard. I found an entire box of the drops like this that came out of the cullet yard the first time I was there. Now, they're all different sizes and shapes and everything like that. And I have been able to pretty much match them up and make different kinds of earrings with some beadwork that I've added to them to coordinate with colorways. And that is what I am bringing tomorrow night that also came from the cullet yard, the scrap glass. So, I mean, they're pretty fun. These are really neat. They're smooth little drops. And
they're fun.
I've been having a really fun time coordinating them and coming up with some unique designs with the beads and stuff like that. So mine are different. Now, Fenton did make earrings with their glass like that. Mine have the majority of them have had coordinating beads and stuff with them. So yes, I have green. I have almost every color of the rainbow. I've tried to make a variety of colors, Mary, for the earrings. And that is what I have to finish working on. I had to go find all my jewelry portions and everything like that, all my findings, to finish those up this week. So I'm going to stick this to the side. And hey, tell everybody where you're going to be and what you got going on while I do the drawing names and stuff for tonight.
Well, I'm going to be at my house for the remainder of the evening. And then after that, let's see. I guess we're not going anywhere till April. Well, I've got a NFGS meeting in March, but then we'll be in Springfield in April. Then we'll be in
Thank you, Laura.
In West Virginia in July. And then I have been asked to do the Fenton imposter seminar at the gala this year.
That's cool. Yeah, he's not too sick to be sassy, is he, Kristen?
No. Never that sick.
Mm.
And let's see, where else are we gonna be?
Well, what are you
That,
doing? What's your normal for YouTube? Are you have a schedule for when you're going to be live again,
yeah,
or
well, I'm
a regular routine ish?
right. I'm still gonna stay second and fourth Mondays for right now. Till
Okay.
I can figure out if I can find enough inventory, especially through the winter months. Now, in the summertime, when I'm going and hitting yard sales, estate sales, thrift stores, the whole nine shebangs, then we might we might do different. But
Okay. All right. Here's my first winner is Miss Midge, and I think she left earlier, so hers will be a surprise. And Mary Klein, you're my second winner. Are you still here? So let me know whether you want your um, prize to be a surprise or you'd like it announced.
it's a Hot Wheel. It's a new car.
Yes. Okay. Do you want it to be a surprise? Choice number one. Or you want me to announce it? Choice number two. Sorry, asked too many questions at once. Now, please. All right.
My favorite thing in the world is one time I went to Disney World and on the test track. They had something that you do and you could win a car and they like mailed it to you and it was like a toy car,
Oh,
like a die.
wow. That's cool.
I
All
came
right.
home,
Here's what's
everybody,
coming your way is a small little can of medium roast instant Starbucks coffee. Now,
man,
like I had said earlier, if there's something you're diametrically opposed to, as if I have nobody who will drink coffee, I don't drink coffee, then I could maybe redraw for you. However, I know there's a lot of coffee lovers out there, so and this is a cute little size, so
I say it's a medium roast size.
right, but it's almost a small roast size. I mean, it's just tiny. It's fun though. Don't drink coffee. That was my question. If you're a coffee drinker, if you have somebody who you think would drink it. If not, I will redraw for you because I don't drink coffee. Jeff does. He's my coffee lover. So
Coffee
like
a
I
hot.
said, okay, if you have somebody you can share it with, then I will leave it for you as your prize. Like I've been trying to do my favorite things, and I have this one that's part of Jeff's favorite things, and I have something that's one of Mom's favorite things in there this year. So all right. So I know. I don't. I mean, my caffeine comes in the Coke Zero form. So you're
Thanks
welcome. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thanks, Stephen, for coming and hanging out with us for a little while. Sorry
for
you
letting.
don't feel too well. Hopefully, you'll be feeling. Woo, that got big fast.
Yeah. No, it's crazy because I feel fine. I just sound terrible.
Oh well. Okay.
That's and just the snots. Yeah.
TMI. TMI.
Oh, sorry. I didn't tell you the color scheme like you've done the color schemes all night. I didn't give you the color schemes.
Well, that's appreciated. Thank you. So it's a short one tonight. Tomorrow night we'll have some more keep carrying on in the cullet portion. And yeah, everybody check out Steven's channel on YouTube. He'll be back on let's see, fourth Friday in January. We should be back to kind of a regular. I think I'm taking off, I don't know, more than 1 week in January. We'll see when I start back up again. So
The fourth
and
what?
fourth Tuesday, the fourth week, I said.
Yeah, not Friday, that's for sure. I'll be at an
No.
auction.
And your
Yeah.
channel is Steven's Unique Antiques, right?
Insane Asylum. Yep.
There you go. Same as your shop. So thank you everybody for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your purchases. And we'll see you again tomorrow night.
Y'all have a great night. Merry Christmas.
Bye everybody. Thank you, Kristen.
Yes, thanks, Kristen.